Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Assistant Professor Mr. Keshu Shyam Pakre, Department of Chemistry, Anandibir Avrani Art Commerce Science College, Vaibhawadi. Today we will see the unit number 1, chapter number 2, lecture 2, molecular symmetry. In my previous video, I have already discussed the introductory part of the molecular symmetry. In this video, we will cover the symmetry element and symmetry operations. First is inversion center and second is proper axis of rotation. Actually there are 5 symmetry elements, but out of 5 only these two we will cover in this video. First is the inversion center. When a straight line is drawn from any atom in a molecule through the center of the molecule, and if continued in the same direction encounters an equivalent atom equidistant from the center, and if the same operation can be performed on all the atom, the molecule is said to possess inversion center I. I is the symbol which represents the inversion center. This definition we can explain with the help of a diagram. In the next slide, if inversion operation carried out n times, then it expressed as I raised to n. For even value of n goes back to original configuration, can be written as In is equal to E. So here is the example. If a molecule can be brought into equivalent configuration by changing the coordinates x, y and z of every atom, where the origin of coordinates lie at the point within the molecule into x, y and z, then the point at which the origin lies is said to be center of symmetry or center of inversion. Here are the two examples. One is the trans dichloroethylene and another example is cis dichloroethylene. In the trans dichloroethylene, if suppose Cl is one of the atom of this molecule and it is situated at the equidistance from the center of I, and the second atom of chlorine is also situated from the equidistance of first chlorine atom. So the line is continuously drawn from first Cl atom to second Cl atom, and the distance from the center of two chlorine atom is exactly the same. Therefore we can say that these two Cl atoms are oppositely situated in a molecular structure of trans dichloroethylene. Similarly, the two hydrogens are also situated from the center at equidistance and they are lying in a straight line, or they are passing through this straight line which is passing through the center I. So therefore we can conclude that this whole molecule is possesses the center of inversion, that is I. So this is the center of inversion. This point is known as I. I is the symbol of center of inversion. Such type of center of inversion is not present in cis dichloroethylene because there are two chlorine atoms are not situated in opposite direction, or two hydrogens are not situated in opposite direction. Therefore the center of inversion, that is I, is absent in cis dichloroethylene. Both the molecules are dichloroethylene, but because of their geometrical conformation, only trans shows the center of inversion, not cis. There are some examples of molecule possessing inversion center. First is cisplatin and another is trans diamine dichloroplatinum, that is transplatin. So here in trans diamine dichloroplatin, second has center of inversion because two chlorine atoms are situated on opposite direction and two NH3 atoms are situated on opposite direction, at equidistance from platinum. Platinum is situated at the center of this molecule. Therefore, I, that is inversion of symmetry, is present in the trans diamine dichloroplatinum second. But center of inversion is absent in cis platinum diamine dichloroplatinum second. Similarly, in xenon tetrafluoride molecule, inversion of center I is present because all fluorine atoms are exactly situated from the center at equidistance. Therefore, the center of inversion I is present in XeF4 molecule. Similarly, in CO2 molecule, at central atom C, center of inversion is present. Similarly, in benzene molecule, center of inversion I is also present. Next is proper axis of rotation. If an imaginary axis can be constructed in an molecule around which the molecule can be rotated to give an indistinguishable configuration, then molecule is said to possess a rotational axis or proper rotational axis. If molecule is rotated by an angle theta, that is 2 pi by n, the molecule brings equivalent configuration. The axis is n-fold axis of symmetry and symbol of operation of rotation is the Cn, where capital C is the cycle and n is the order of axis. The highest n-fold rotation axis of molecule is conventionally taken as the vertical z-axis. That means z-axis is always principal axis. The principal axis which convention by taken as z-axis and other axis is called subsidiary axis. In H2 molecule, two successive application of C2 operator will bring a molecule back to its original position, that is equivalent to identity operation E, which is symbolically represented as C22 is equal to E. Now see here example of H2O molecule. In H2 molecule, this HOH molecule is having principal axis C2. If we rotate this molecule along this axis in a clockwise direction by 180 degree, we get its second orientation, that is H1 is replaced by H2 atom and H2 atom is replaced by H1 atom. So this is the second orientation, and again if we rotate this molecule in clockwise direction by 180 degree, then we will get the third orientation, that is H1OH2, which is exactly identical with the first orientation. Therefore, two rotations gives the identical molecule in C2 axis of H2 molecule. Therefore, symbolically it is represented as C22 is equal to E. That means two C2 axis is present in H2 molecule and two orientations are second orientation is exactly equal to the first orientation. Therefore, that means third orientation is exactly equal to the first orientation. Therefore, C22 is equal to E. In case of BCl3 molecule, the molecule left unchanged by rotation of 120 degree around the axis perpendicular to the molecular plane. The effect of rotating the molecule is observed by attached numbers 1, 2, 3 to 3 chlorine atoms. Now see in the figure, there are 3 Cl atoms attached to the central boron atom. This is the BCl3 molecule. Each chlorine atom is numbered as first chlorine, second chlorine and third chlorine, 1, 2, 3. If we rotate this molecule by 120 degree rotation, we will get its second orientation, that is Cl1 is replaced by Cl3. Now see here, Cl1 is replaced by Cl3. Similarly, Cl2 and Cl3 are replaced by C1 and Cl2 respectively. If we rotate this molecule again by 120 degree rotation, we will get the third orientation. Here Cl3 is replaced by Cl2, Cl1 is replaced by Cl3, and Cl2 is replaced by Cl1. And this orientation, if we rotate with 120 degree rotation, we will get the fourth orientation, which is exactly identical with the orientation first. Now we see the rotation by C3 axis. Here by 2 pi by 3, that is 120 degree, 2 into 2 pi by 3, that is 240 degree, and 3 into 2 pi by 3, that is 360 degree. Using C3 proper axis of rotation, which is perpendicular to the molecular plane and passes through the central atom of boron as shown in diagram. That means the principal axis, that is C3, is passing through the central atom boron, and two C2 axis, that is one is passing through the Cl1 and boron, second is passing through Cl2 and boron, and third is passing through Cl3 and boron. Three C2 axes are perpendicular to the principal axis C3. So it is clear from the diagram that configuration second and third are equivalent to the configuration 1. So this is the second configuration and this is the third configuration, which is exactly equivalent to the configuration 1. Whereas configuration 4 is obtained after 360 degree or 3 successive rotation by 120 degree clockwise is called identical configuration. So fourth configuration, which is identical with the first orientation of BCl3 molecule. C3 axis is also called as threefold axis. For the rotation, we use the symbol C3. Therefore, we can symbolically represent the operation as C33 is equal to identity E. So here the examples of C3 and C4 are given. This is the PCl5 molecule, and it possesses C3 axis, which is passing through Cl, P, Cl, and 3 Cl atoms are situated at equatorial position. Second example of C3 molecule is BF3. 3 fluorine atoms are attached to the central boron atom, which are lie in a plane, and C3 axis is passing through the central boron atom. Major and minor axis of rotation in BCl3. C3 axis is called as principal axis or a major axis of rotation, whereas the 3 C2 axis are subsidiary or minor axis. It is important to note that there can be only one principal axis of rotation, whereas the C2 axis will be always be more than one. So with the help of this definition, we can explain this example. So in this case, here is the C3 is the principal axis which is passing through the Cl, P, Cl atoms. So this is the C3 axis. But here 3 C2 axis which are passing through the 3 equatorial chlorine atoms, like this. First is passing through this Cl and this P atom. This is the first C2 atom or C2 axis. Second is passing through this Cl and this P atom. This is the second C2 axis. And third is passing through this Cl and this P, that is third C2 axis. So in this example, there are 3 C2 axis and 1 C3 axis. So these are the examples of C3 axis. Next is the example of C4 axis. So this is the complex PtCl4 2-. In this example, the principal axis is passing through the platinum atom, which is lie at the center, and there are 4 chlorine atoms are attached to this platinum atom, and these 4 chlorine atoms are lie on the same plane. So this is the C4 axis, which is the principal axis, and here 4 C2 axis are passing through this molecule. One is ClPCl first, second is ClPtCl, and third is this only passing through this platinum atom, and fourth one is passing through this only platinum atom. One is vertically, one is horizontally. So in case of SF6, FSF atoms are passing through this axis. This is the C4 axis, and 4 fluorine atoms are lie on a same plane around this central sulfur atom. This is the example of C4 axis. Here also in C5, the example is cyclopentane. In cyclopentane example, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 C2 axis, and at the center there is the C5 axis, which is passing through the central point of this cyclopentane. Next is C6 axis. This is the example of benzene, and in benzene there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 C2 axis which are passing through the center, and there are 6 C2 axis and one principal axis which is passing through the center of this benzene molecule. Now the example of C infinity axis. Linear molecule possesses an infinity fold axis of rotation denoted as C infinity. Since all the following molecules lie on the axis rotation by an angle whatever, that means there is no limit of angle, hence they have infinite angles, leaves the configuration indistinguishable from the original. Now see the example. This is the N2 molecule. If we rotate this molecule in any degree of rotation, we will get the identical orientation. Therefore the axis which is passing through these 2 nitrogen atom is C infinity axis. Similar examples are H2 molecule, CO2 molecule, HCl molecule, HCl molecule. All these molecules are linear and possesses C infinity axis. Thank you.